Hey guys, I'm Laura Douglas. I wanted to hop on here today and talk real quick about how to measure your wrist for a cuff bracelet. One of our best sellers is our engraved handwriting cuff bracelets. And I've got a couple of them sitting right here. But obviously with being the most popular product comes the most popular question is the bracelet going to fit my wrist? The cuff bracelets that you see in our inventory, or our standard inventory, are listed at 6 inches long. That is the standard cuff size that you're going to find on the market in gift shops and jewelry stores and things like that. That's not to say that we can't get larger or smaller size cuff bracelets. So if you measure your wrist and you find you need something larger or smaller, you just send us an email. We can accommodate, we can get them. We just don't keep them in stock because they're not quite as popular or average. Okay, so let's talk about how to measure your wrist. So I have a measuring tape here that I just happen to have in the house. But if you don't have one of these flexible measuring tapes, you can accomplish this with some string and a ruler, or a strip of paper and a ruler. Same thing, it'll all come out in the wash, as they say. Okay, so I'm going to take my measuring tape, I'm going to lay it on my wrist, wrap it around, and I'm going to pull it tight. And when the ends line up, I'm at 6.5. So, but this is tight. I'm not going to wear a bracelet like this, so I'm going to back it up a little bit, and I'm going to call this 6 3/4. I can get my finger underneath there. I can move it around. So we're going to call this 6 3/4. Now, this technique to measure for a cuff bracelet is not the same thing as a bangle bracelet, because as you can see, this bangle bracelet that's moving around on my wrist, and that is obviously a lot larger than 6 3/4. So this is not how you measure for a bangle. This is just for a cuff, and a cuff again is this C-shaped bracelet that's hard formed with the gap in the back. Okay, so my measurement came out to 6 3/4. From that measurement, I'm going to deduct an entire inch. That accounts for this gap at the back. So my measurement is actually 5 3/4 because math. So at 5 3/4, a 6-inch cuff bracelet will fit me. To put on a cuff bracelet, I'm going to take my wrist, turn it to the side. The gap at the back goes on the side of my wrist, and I'm going to push it down and then twist my wrist. Okay? So don't shove a cuff bracelet this way. You go at it from either this angle, or I don't know, that doesn't seem logical, but that way. Okay. So as you can see, my 5 3/4 wrist or measurement fits a 6-inch cuff, and I've actually got some room. It moves around on my wrist. It's not that tight. Okay, so I put this cuff bracelet on. It's 6 inches. It's too loose for me. I don't like it this loose. What you can do, yes, these are stainless steel and they are formed and pretty solid to obviously stay in this form, but that doesn't mean they're completely inflexible. So there's a couple of ways you can make this a little bit tighter or looser. Let's go for tighter first. So I'm going to hold the bracelet in my hands this way, 2 thumbs on the edge, and I'm going to push very gently this edge of the bracelet towards the center. Okay, so I'm pushing down, kind of in and down, and then I'm going to go on the other side, and I'm going to do the other side. And I mean, it's tough. It's not moving that easy, but it is moving. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working it back and forth until that gap kind of gets a little bit smaller. Okay, so that will tighten the bracelet. And again, and see, I'm gonna have to, okay, if this happens, see, I can't even get it on over my arm. Kind of hold it, grab one end and very gently pull it away and kind of walk it down your wrist until you fit it on there. You don't want to stretch it out of shape, because you can. So now it's on and it's not moving quite as much on my wrist. Another way to tighten it is once you get it on. You saw how I had to kind of pull it apart to get it on. I'm just going to grab it in my fingers, and I'm going to push the edges together. And you might have to do this a couple of times, and that will form the bracelet to your wrist. So it does have some flexibility to it, not a whole lot. Just whatever you do to form your bracelet to your own wrist, or to make it tighter or looser, do it slowly, 1 step at a time, to get it to where you want it. See, now it's not moving quite so much. So, and then to take it off, I'm going to twist my wrist to the side, and see, I've made it too tight here. So I've got it too tight, I can't get it off. So I'm going to very gently lift one side away and then the other, and then the bracelet comes off at the top of my wrist. There you go. And it still holds its shape, and I can kind of form it back together. Okay? If you have any questions, you need help sizing, don't understand what I'm talking about, just email me. I'm here. This is what I do all day. Okay? The cuff bracelets that we have online are ranging in widths all the way from 1/4 of an inch to a full inch. We'll refer to this as the skinny cuff, the 1/4 inch. The 1/2 inch is the most popular for the engraved handwriting, and then the full inch cuff bracelet is usually what you see our concert ticket bracelets done on. Now this one happens to be a 7-inch. This is for a gentleman, so guys usually need a larger size. So you can see how much bigger a 6-inch cuff is from a 7-inch. No, you can't. Not really. That's a terrible shot. But you get the point. So if I put this on my wrist, I have got a huge gap. This is gonna fall off of me. But it's available. Like I said, it's available. Any special requests, just holler at us. Just send us an email. We are happy to help, happy to talk, happy to figure it out until we get you the bracelet that you're looking for and one that will fit you. So I hope this helped. I'll try to do a video about how to measure for a bangle, but now I've got to go pick my kids up from school. So thank you. I appreciate all of you, your time and your business. Bye.